Alright, this is a special message for my Power Plan Trades follower. I just want to clarify, now that you're a member, especially older and new, I want to clarify some points because not everybody's still doing everything. Um, just to make things clear, everybody, you never do retweets of, for example, this play here. Apple is a special bottom play. For example, any type of stock charts that I post on Power Plan Trades, we don't retweet them. You favorite them, so I know you favorite them basically. Okay, but when we go to Power Trigger, when I start posting stuff on Power Trigger Trade, okay, that's when you like and you make messages. Now, people, here's what I don't like and what I want to see everybody start doing. It's going to be easier for me to see you guys. Is to when I do post on Power Trigger Trade, make sure to also post a message. Okay, when we go to Twitter, right? I mean, Twitter, it's easy. Look, let's face it, people. On Twitter, it's easy. People are doing, favorite. They're doing retweet, right? Favorite, retweet. That takes a second to do. Favorite, retweet. That's easy, right? Let's go to Power Trigger Trade here. But what's more powerful are people making messages. Now, I'll give you an example here. Let's see this video, the Apple one, for example. This is a repost that I reposted. I mean, there was more of the comments, but for example, this is more important. See, for example, Sherry 1 here, very nice plan. You people. This is what I want: people to make comments, and you guys all should be making comments. You can do the likes. The likes are easy to do. These are great, but we need more people to do more comments. That's going to be more powerful. Okay, and also you can also look to do shares. Like for example, if a stream is let's say Facebook. Let's just type Facebook in here. This is just an example right now. There's going to be other charts, but I'm not going to be explaining this anymore. What I'm going to simply do is just get rid of people. But look, you see Facebook here. Give an example. Just an example. Like it's free. So you say to yourself, you know what? Maybe I'm going to retweet something or share something that Power Trigger Trade posted because it's free, right? No one's posting them on here, right? And they've retweeted and all that stuff, but we want to do everything possible to help Power Trigger Trade. It's a big world out there, in the stock twits lands and in Twitter land over there. So you should be, again, look, we're lacking messages. I mean, so look, this is nothing. This is no good. This is a good. This when I did this Apple video, I mean, that some people, this Apple video, we need to do things like this. See, this Apple video got all this attention. I mean, this guy here, but too much, he screwed a whole bunch of things up, but morons and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, imagine everybody made a positive comment. Okay, that's better. That's what I'm looking for. Filling it up like this again, and we're not getting that because no one's taking the time to make a message. Especially when we have a great winning trade, especially if you made some money or you missed a trade. This is perfect to say something. Okay, so look to do that. I'm not going to be telling people to do this anymore. Always look. When I post something on Power Trigger Trade, look to see if you can make a comment. The only time we don't make comments, or we don't, we can make comments on Power Plan Trades, but we don't repost, or we don't post them or tweet anything because they have to be confirmed. You know what I mean? Or I have to post them on Power Trigger Trade. And there's a lot of people. I want to show you something. Like, a lot of people don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to hit the followers. You think people don't realize that I don't just take anybody here. Okay, so I'm going to hit this follower button, right? And look what it says. And I've actually deleted some. I have 31 pending follower requests, and this always grows and changes. I don't just take people because they haven't done the right things. They haven't went to, they didn't go to maybe they didn't see a video. They haven't sent me whatever. I just don't take anybody, right? And then anybody that's on Power Plan Trades, right? Let's go back to Power Plan Trades. Anybody that's on power plan trades that isn't doing what I'm explaining now, will be blocked. Because I talked about the profile pic. I don't need to do that anymore. And so this video here is talking about what you should do automatically. I mean, it's got to be done here on StockTwits as well. Automatically, you guys should be trying to do StockTwits and Twitter, right? Twitter, it's easy. It's just retweets. It's clicking a button. Who cares? That's easy to do. And that should be the minimum, and we should light it up with as many as possible retweets. Like, I should have. We should have. If I have 50 power plan trade followers, we should have at least 50 retweets. You know, you know, you know. You want to know something? One of my best. Look what it says. I want to see some retweets coming from other people. Look, my best retweets this week came from Trade with Joe, and this guy is not even he's a good trader, a good friend of mine, but he's not even a member, and the guy's one of my best retweeters. So you know what I'm saying. So people look. I mean, and that guy's busy too, and that guy's doing more retweets. He sees the value. He knows the power of what I do. It's actually helping his stream as well. He's retweeting good stuff, so it attracts to him as well. This is how it works, right? So people, common sense here. We got to get back to messaging on the StockTwits. This is important because StockTwits is good. StockTwits is also helpful. So everything is helpful. The Twitter is helpful. The StockTwits is helpful. But the key here is I want the really good followers on power plan trades. You guys, the guys who take the time to do these little things. So that you're seeing this video, see it a few times if you have to. Listen carefully, because I'm not making, I'm not going to make videos anymore. What I'll simply do is if I see a person, not active, make sure you're active, I can see it on Twitter. Have the same, by the way, have the same profile pic for your Twitter account as your account on StockTwits, so it makes it easy for me to identify you, right? Because when I do the checking, I don't want to just get block people for no reason. But if I happen to block you by mistake, you can always message me on Power Plan Trades or on Power Trigger Trade and say, hey, Sandra, what's up here? What happened? And then explain the situation, and then I can always reinstate you. So there's no worries, but I don't want to go through that process. I don't want to block people because I'm not just going to let people come back in unless they have a good reason. Okay, so people, so honestly, let's do a little bit. When I start posting the Apple trade does well, when any trade does well, we want to really show people how the great how great it is to be a member. And it attracts more people, and then they'll go check out the videos. I took in the time to do all this stuff. I made so many videos to try to get the message across. So please, people, take these ideas. Again, remember when shares are the only thing on StockTwits is sharing. You don't want to overshare. Okay, retweets can do a million of those. But when it comes to sharing, you've got to check the stream. Everybody can take turns. I honestly know people. I know people do things. I appreciate it. The people who are doing all the right things, I really appreciate it. And it keeps me wanting to do this stuff. But the key here is to grow a lot more of great followers. And I want to grow this number to 100, 200, 300. It's not going to be like, because you know what, the good people, there's a lot less good people. There's a lot of followers, but a lot of these followers are just deadbeats. I want the serious followers, and something good can come out of that, right? When numbers get into the 100, 200, 300 area, something powerful can come out of all this. Trust me, I know how this will work. But we need everybody to be on the same page. That's why I'm making this video, so you know what I'm talking about. You can understand it. And that's the point of doing all this, is to share the excitement of being a Power Plan Trades follower. And that also shows me that you're interested, And like I said, every time I make these things, see, like people are doing it. Like hit the favorites. Only hit the favorites for the in Power Plan Trades. When we're outside of that, like I've explained, I'm not going to say it anymore. Favorites. See, like everything, you see favorite. You can hit a favorite here. You don't have to do everything, right? But I'm just saying, if you're active, you hit one favorite a day, something. I know you're around. I know you're paying attention. That's the key. And I know I got a very vibrant community. That's the purpose of doing this. Thanks for listening. Like the video.